the paint bucket tool. So in this tutorial we will discuss the paint bucket tool. So let's go ahead and see and learn this tool. The paint bucket tool, basically when it's selected, a click on the canvas fills the area with the color specified in the foreground color box. So when you're ready to paint over the entire image with a particular color, you choose a color from the swatch, make it your foreground color, and then you go ahead with filling it with just a click. So the hotkey for this is Shift plus G. This tool is just under the gradient tool, and it also has an opacity slider, and so you can basically change the opacity of this layer. Also, we can change the tolerance. So basically, if you change the tolerance, if the tolerance is high, it will be a darker shade, and if the tolerance is low, you will fill with a lighter shade. So let's go ahead, try this paint bucket tool in the Photoshop. The paint bucket tool in Photoshop let me fill my image with a particular color at just a click. So if this is my paint bucket tool, which is situated just under the gradient tool and has a shortcut G, to move around this tool I could use Shift G, and I'm going to move across. So this is my icon for the paint bucket tool, which just look like as I'm going to spill color over it. So by default it would be the foreground color. So basically the default of the paint bucket tool is that I fill a color or fill an image with my foreground color. So this purple is my foreground color, and when I click here with my paint bucket tool selected and I click here, I will have my foreground color. Now if I wanted my background color, the shortcut for this is that I could do N Control Del. To move around your colors, if you want to fill with the foreground, you do Alt plus Del, and for the background color I do Control Del or Command Del in Mac. So this is how we could fill any color. You could also put a color to your shape. So if I have a shape, I'm going to grab the pen tool P. If you want to know about the pen tool, you can go to our tutorial and learn about pen tool. Now I'm going to design a custom shape. It's maybe just a random shape I'm doing, and I want to fill this shape with some color, and I'm going to do Alt Del and Control Del. I need to first make this a selection, so I'm going to right click and make it a selection, and now this is my selection, and what will happen to this area. And now I'm going to do Alt Del, and I will have this. So you could go ahead and select any area. Maybe you have an image, and in that image you have, maybe you want to change the hat. So you can go ahead, select that area in your image. You can do Control Del, Alt Del to have your background and the foreground colors. Also, we could also, with our paint bucket tool, we could also have patterns like paint. Let me go back. I'm here again, and let me do a Control Alt Z to go away with what I just did. And I'm on my paint bucket tool, and I want to basically fill this with a pattern. So let me go to a pattern, and these are my various patterns that are available with me. So I can just maybe choose this, and I can choose this, and now when I click it, it's going to take the pattern, and this is my pattern. I can also change the mode of the pattern. That means I can either darken it, soft light it, and you can, if for a soft light is the one that will have a soft light with the color, and the darken will be that's going to multiply my color. The screen will take all the modes. So for say I have another image, I am here and I wanted to add a color to it, maybe to fill it with a color but in soft light. Let me just go to foreground, and let me just switch these colors. I want this yellow on the top, and let me just change it to soft light. So I'm going to do soft light, and now when I fill, can you see that it didn't fill the entire thing? It just filled it with the common pixel. So basically your paint color will fill the color when he sees some common color or a selection. So so you can see how beautifully I just changed my wall, and it's looking as if I can just go ahead slowly and change, and it's looking like an amazing texture at the back. So you can use it more, and the more I do, I'll have it overlapping, and I will have a stronger look. So this way you cannot just use it for plain putting it on a plain background. You can also look ahead and making wonderful textures using the paint bucket tool. I hope you have enjoyed. Stay tuned for more tutorials.